I'm on my grizzly, I be smoking till them.
Turn of the flip.
They talking about me, shit get risky. I want money, pumps they itching.
Me,
I'm on my grizzly, I'm on my grizzly.
Wait.
They talking about me, shit get risky. I want money, pumps they itching.
I pull up on that time, I hope you niggas is prepared. I'm like AI with that practice shit, a Rocky on the stairs. Either way, I'm official, shit I've been through, need a prayer. You gon' probably see the Lord when I hit you with this chair. Woo. Feel like Ric Flair, yeah. Bang your baby mama 100 times like a snare. I'm the why, when, and where. Yeah. Pissy drunk off Julio, I pop off like a flare. If I ain't with the $1 billion show, I'm probably in my lair. Going dummy on something like people up under the stairs. I'm a mummy or something, rap a nigga like I ain't present. Got a shout out to that nigga that tried to murder my ex. Know you a blessing to this world and I just pray you get protection. Silly nigga, the money show me affection. Pistol on me moving so freely, some call it reckless. Double necklace like the cup that I'm drinking out of got Henny in. Ghost tells I give you the game cause you know we really in. Wait. Yeah.
Me, I'm on my grizzly, I be smoking till I'm dizzy. Got the stances on the glizzy. Don't make me spin this bitch like frisbee. Talking about me, shit get risky. I want money, pumps they itchy. Niggas wasn't with me trenches. Niggas better keep your distance. I be on this mission, blue cheese ain't no dressing. I be vibing, ain't no stressing. If I'm there, I keep my weapon. I want mine and I want extra. If you own it, I'm gon' catch it. I been on the pilot pressure, wish that weight like I wrestle that fly. Go turn your west to Casper, collect that plate like a pastor. I'm a money making bastard. Certain squares, white castle, ducking handcuffs and them shackles. I want cheese like a pack of niggas. Snakes without the rider. Me on that is half the battle. Me blow stacks to make them matter. If I'm fucker, then I spatter. Getting heads, you know I'd rather get that bread. You know I'd rather eat that dick. You know I love her. When I'm finished, you can get her. When I'm finished, you can get her. I'm on my grizzly, I be smoking till them.
Turn of the flip.
They talking about me, shit get risky. I want money, pumps they itching.
Me,
I'm on my grizzly, I'm on my grizzly.
Wait.
They talking about me, shit get risky. I want money, pumps they itching.
I pull up on that time, I hope you niggas is prepared. I'm like AI with that practice shit, a Rocky on the stairs. Either way, I'm official, shit I've been through, need a prayer.
So Worldwide Entertainment presents the Raw Side of Thangzz TV.
Bam bam on the beat, baby.
That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Them trees that put you on your motherfucking ass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Hit it 3 times, then motherfucking pass. That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas. Them trees that put you on your motherfucking Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Trying to start it off, baby. Trying to start it off. We here. We back in the building. And y'all already know what it is, man. Y'all already know. Guess what? Guess who I am? I am Sir Bam to the motherfucking dun-dun-dun-dun. Come on, y'all singing there. Back up in here, man. And it's the raw side of things. You feel me? Yeah. That's what we talking about. Yeah. Yeah, the raw side of things, man. We check it out. We're gonna start getting a little bit more intense side. You know, we started out kind of like tiptoeing in here. You know what I mean? Just trying not to make too much noise, but a lot of noise. So worldwide. You feel me? Yeah, it's time to goddamn drop some bombs on y'all. Like that shit that you hear with the whistle. You know, the whistle come and then that shit blow up on your mother. And that's what we trying to do. We about to do it. So, we about to start it up. You know what I'm saying? And once again, I'm here with my partner on the boards. He like my DJ. Okay, we back with the music. Okay, I don't know. Shit, but we back with it. What's happening?
What up, girl?
Man, it's a great day, brother. It's a great day. Glad to see you, man. Glad you're here.
Man,
Glad I'm here.
likewise, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We done united. It's the power team. We about to go ahead and bring it to them. This is episode 25. By the time we get to 50, by the time we get to 50, it should be 50. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's gonna be the power number right there. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Power cycle. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's start this thing off. How you feeling though? You feeling good?
Man, I'm feeling great, man. How about yourself, man?
Man, I can't complain, but then again, I can. But I'm gonna make things better. You feel? Like you said, I could complain, but who would listen? Yeah, damn it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. We gotta handle this shit, man. But we're gonna start it off with the Monday motivation for the Raw Side Nation. Yeah. How y'all feeling out there, man? First of all, I want to start it off, and make sure we gotta remember to applaud that we all are here and we're breathing. So give yourself a round of applause because you are great and you're wonderful. Yeah. You got to clap for yourself, you know what I'm saying, for waking up in the morning. You know, that pineal gland is sparking. Yeah, just like the sun in the sky. Yeah, today we're going to talk about some things that may have happened in your past that you hold on to, and it pulls you backwards, and it keeps you from growing. You know what I'm talking about? Like you think you're dirt. You think you're a seed in the dirt that's buried, but really, you know what I'm saying, you're being fertilized to grow. And you just don't know it. You know what I mean? But once you realize it, you'll start to evolve and come out of the dirt and blossom. And that's what we have to do. So for everybody who's listening, I need you to lean in because I'm about to share something for the people. You know what I'm saying? They got the past that's chasing them down like a pit bull, about to bite you in the ass, you just running. No, you got to turn around and you'll realize that pit bull ain't even got no fucking teeth. That motherfucker said, bye. That's what, you know what I'm saying? Hey, for real. Your past ain't shit. It's about the present. And that becomes the future. So let's deal with the present and stop thinking about the past. For those that have childhood, heartbreak, betrayal, trauma, and you got it sitting in the front seat, you know what I'm saying, of your life. In the front seat. You should have been pulled over a long time ago and opened the door and kicked that motherfucker out. But you got it riding with you. I don't hear no, oh shit, I ain't hear nothing. I don't know, goddamn it, but that was one of them things, I don't know that bomb. There it goes. I knew it was coming. Man, I knew it was coming. I said, goddamn. I know I'm getting some points in this motherfucker somehow. You know what I'm talking about? But today we're talking about liberation. Liberation. We're talking about claiming your narrative, not letting your narrative control and claim you. We're going to step out of the shadows of what happened to us in the past and step into the light of who you are evolving to be. And let me say this clearly. Your trauma, it's drama now, but it's trauma. It's a chapter. This is the book. We're in the book of life, right? So trauma is just a chapter. It's not your conclusion or your obituary. It's not your destiny, but you have to realize, you go from page to page turning, and you're gonna make things better. But if you let it in, it'll become your identity. If you let trauma in, it'll be your identity forever, and you'll carry it with you, and people can. Yeah. See, 'cause I used to be there. I was there. I'm not gonna lie, I was there for a long time. I mean, I was there. You think about you need outside validations, external validations to make you stronger, and it don't mean nothing. That's that kindergarten, middle school, high school shit. And you too grown to be thinking like that about somebody else thinking. You'll live your whole life wondering, like, damn, I should have did this, but people are judging me if I fail. But you gotta fail to win, but people are holding back because they just wondering, like, people gonna judge me if I really be my true self. But see, a true adult takes control and kicks the trauma out the car. And you know what I'm saying? You gotta take off. That's what I did. I kicked out my trauma out the car. Anybody who was holding me back, yeah. I pulled over like Gucci Man did that bitch. You remember that? Remember how Gucci Man did the bitch on the highway? This nigga pulled over, opened the door, and took his leg and kicked the bitch out the car. That's how I did trauma. That was fucked up analogy, but this is the raw side of things. Sorry about that. I'm talking, but hey, this motivation, baby. Hey, I'm just showing you how I get down. Like, I get down, I get down. You feel me? I ain't just down here, I'm from around here. A lot of y'all new here and just flew here, but a nigga like me grew here, straight from the A-Town, Decatur West Greater. Yeah. Check it out. Now, trauma has a sneaky way of disguising itself. It can be anger. It can be coldness. Because I remember I had this anger. I used to walk around. When I was young, I was mean mugging like Ice Cube was. I don't know if y'all remember how Cube had the mug before Friday. He wasn't too much smiling, but he had that mug, and I was just mean mugging. I was mad at the world. And I'm not going to lie. I used to cuss out God. Yeah. I was suicidal. I grew up suicidal. I used to cuss God out because I didn't want to be here. And like I said, pussy is what made me want to be. I realized, God is a genius. He knew what man needed. You know what I mean? So I started to calm down a little bit. You know what I mean? Even though I didn't have my priorities in order, because it's supposed to be money first. Well, knowledge, then the money, then the women to be there. But I was just chasing the pussy. But hey, I know I'm mixing up the motivation a little bit. I'm sorry about that, because this is the ratchet versus righteous. So you got to take both at the same time. But like I say, trauma can be sneaky. It'll disguise itself. Sometimes it'll be anger. Sometimes it'll be coldness. Sometimes it'll be to the point where you act like you don't need nobody. You know what I'm saying? You're by yourself in this. It'll be anxiety and silence, and have you overthinking, with your distrust, and sometimes it'll be bad habits and self-sabotage. That's what I did. Like I said, I started getting on drugs. But like I said, if I was already suicidal, and I was already on some old genocidal, mentality. Like I say, if I hate me, you ain't got a fucking chance. And that's how our people are today. When you see the young people out there on the gangster shit, you know what I mean? Like I say, if you hate yourself, your brother look just like you. He ain't got a fucking chance. And that's what's happening right now. Yeah, man, it's real talk, man. It's real talk, man. I hope it's making a little sense. You feel me? Because I know I ain't got, I know, cuckoo. I know y'all ain't something wrong with that, but you know what I mean? But hey, this is how I bring it to you. It's unorthodox. Like I say, trauma doesn't always scream. Sometimes it sneak up behind you like somebody about to hit a lick and whisper in your ear, give it up. And a lot of y'all giving it up. You feel me? Nah, not me. I'm taking the pistol and blah, blowing the brains out of trauma. You feel me? That's what you got to do. Yeah. You got to do it like that. Trauma, you got to kill trauma. Find a way to destroy trauma out your life. You feel me? Because sometimes it hides inside your reaction. Sometimes life is avoidance. It triggers, your fears and, all this bottled up. But yeah, that's what you got to do, man. You got to go to war with trauma. You got to face trauma face to face, and cut the head off the devil. Because you got to remember, you were created by the Most High. You're a part of the Most High. And you are the Most High, because you cannot separate yourself from the Most High. And the trick is, we are at war. It's a spiritual warfare. It's God versus the devil, but it starts from within. So go to war, destroy the devil every day. You know what I'm saying? It's a war. It's time to go to war. destroy the devil from within. Now, I ain't gonna say everybody gonna be perfect. There you go. There you go. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I know. I have a different type of way of delivering the message, but as long as you get the message, that's all that matters. Hold my hand in action. But yeah, as long as you get the message, we on and popping. So that's the motivation, the Monday motivation for the Raw Side Nation, man. Give yourself a hand. Yeah. Yeah. Once again, it's on and popping. Okay. I guess hey man, this has been beautiful. It's a beautiful journey. I love it. I love the trajectory. We started from nothing and we still at nothing. You know what I'm saying? But we got something. You feel me? It's something special here. And you're gonna see it materialize right before your eyes. I promise you. All you gotta do is just stay tuned and we gonna boom. Cause ain't no stopping. We gonna get it popping. You feel me? Let me see. What's the next thing we can do? We can talk. What we at with it, bro? We gonna jump to
God, what is that? I'm the shit. And if you feel some type of way about anything I say, don't forget, I'm just talking shit.
Damn, I really forgot to talk shit to y'all. How can I forget? Okay. I guess I forgot because I was talking a little shit in the motivation. I guess I forgot to talk some shit. Super shit talker today. I was talking a little shit with the motivation. You feel me? It came out a little bit. I've been trying to hold it back and just because it's the ratchet versus righteous. I try to keep the motivation all the way righteous, but sometimes I kind of like being mixing it up. It's the formula. You feel me? Because you got to think about it. So I came up a savage, so I know to relate to a savage, you got to speak the language of a savage. You know what I mean? A lot of my people still living that life. You know what I mean? So they ain't gonna understand you if you come at them like an angel. They like you ain't been where I've been. I can't even. You know what I'm saying? They ain't even trying to hear you. But if you like, bro, I'm from the same cloth. They like, okay, if you change, I probably can change. You feel me? Because I'm put like this here, man. We in a day and time where it's time to stop making excuses. It's time to stop making excuses. I know we want to point the finger at the white man for everything that happened on the plantation. I know. You're doing this, and what they say is 4 fingers pointed back. I think my hands actually. I don't like that shit. But they say it's 4 fingers pointed back when you're pointing, and we're in a day and time now where there's a lot of resources that can help, and the excuses kind of getting played out. Because I know, especially if you got knowledge of self. If you got knowledge of self, it's no reason why you shouldn't be creating and finding a way to get your financial situation together. It's no reason. It don't make sense. How you gonna have knowledge of self and you can't figure out how to get no money? Food, clothing, and shelter is part of the 12 jewels of Islam for all my 5%ers out there that know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If you're starting off with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, what's going on? You feel me? Like, come on, we gotta do better. We gotta do better. As a people, we're supposed to be. I know we're supposed to be owning land together. We're supposed to be united, but that's not gonna happen. But as individuals, we got to show and prove, man. We got to stop this white man doing it. White, We're not. And when we say the white man, we're not talking about all white people. Because I'm gonna tell you, it's a system. It's a system, and everybody's born in this system. We might have some hidden entities that's out there, and pushing the big evil, the big dark cloud over everybody. But overall, it's not all white people. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? I had a white bitch the other day that was goddamn, the head was fine. I'm just fucking with you. But I'm just, that's the good white people. Give me that. Hey, it's a joke. I'm sorry. But check it out. We cannot sit up here and keep blaming all white people because it's not all them. Because like I said, you can go on YouTube right now and type in white people admitting that black people are the gods, or white people admit that white society stole everything from black people. Those are the good white people. So there's some good white people out there. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it tangled and twisted. You feel me? It is some good white people. Looks like it's some good black people, bad black people. Same thing with white people. It's some bad and some good. You feel me? Because I got a circle and I deal with some Caucasians, and and sometimes I can call them and let me hold a little something. You feel me? Cause I gotta have some cheese with my crackers. I'm just fucking with. That's another joke. Hey, come on now, y'all know that. Man, it's the Raw Side of Thangzz, man. Get your motherfucking mind right. Get your mind right, man. That's what we do. That's what we do over here. You know, you gotta have thick skin, man. I'm doing comedy, goddamn me, feel me? You gotta laugh, you know. You either laugh and cry, you're somewhere in between. And in between, you like you choosing the goddamn laugh or cry. Something gonna happen because life gonna kick that ass. Life is coming to kick that ass. And you're gonna end up crying one day. You feel me? So you might as well just, you know, laugh as much as possible, man. Have some fun. You know, and I feel like the way New Orleans do funerals, that's the best way to do a funeral. Celebrate life. Have a party. You're gonna cry anyway. Have fun. You feel me? It's tears of joy. Remember the person they was alive. So yeah, man. It's a couple things I want to get off my chest, man, and just realize I have about 3 partners I know. You know what I'm saying? They got knowledge, but them boys ain't really getting to the money. I'm like, God damn. You know, you don't read goddamn 100 books, but you can't get a pen in your pocket. Like that shit is, come on now. I was just with him, and I'm like, damn, brother. You know, I was talking to him about the same shit the other day. I was like, come on, man. Like, shit, bro, you the wisest man I know. How in the fuck? You can't figure out how to take care of yourself. And I done been there, so I can't blame nobody. But I'm just saying, them brothers really got some information I don't have. You know what I mean? They've been they've been consistent with studying since goddamn way back. Me, I had my off and ons. You feel me? I was off and on here and there. You know what I mean? Thank God I'm back. You know, but just had to give it out. You know, I just feel like I say, man, to all my brothers, man. You know, there's they got knowledge, but ones who don't have knowledge, get your money, man. You know, go to Google, go to AI. You can ask AI anything. How can I start a business? Give me a blueprint on starting a business in this. How can I make $1 million by next summer doing this? Give me all the resources I need to start my business. How many fines do I have to pay, or fees I have to pay to start my business? Give me A to Z, everything in order. This is the kind of world we in today, people. Everything is really done for you. It's all that excuses. This shit is over. The shit is over. Because what's going to happen, the people that's on board are going to move forward. And 10 years from now, you're going to see everybody just really get into some entrepreneurship. And the people that ain't on board, they're going to perish. They're trying to get rid of you. That's what's really happening. They're trying to see who can figure it out. Because it's at your fingertips right now. You know what I mean? We already had Google. We already had the apps. But now AI, come on, man. Y'all stop playing. Stop playing. They give you all, they trying to make a better, it's to make a better world. It's going to be some bullshit to come along with it. Don't get me wrong. It's some bullshit. It's always, you know, it's duality. You can't have good without the bad. You feel me? But you got to take advantage and make a move to start something. You got to be starting something. Got to be starting something. You got to be starting something. Got to be starting something. Hey, that nigga Mike was getting down with it, but shit. Fuck you talking about, man. But it's real talk, man. I feel good, man, because this is my 4th day juice fasting. I'm back juicing. Yeah, man. I'm transforming, getting ready for this movie, for the videos next year. Cause you know I'm an OG, so I gotta really be on my shit. You feel me? So it's my 4th day. By the next episode, I'll let you know what day that is. And if you ever hear me not say I'm juicing, know I'm back fucking up. But I'm not trying to relapse. I'm not trying to be stagnated and die. It's time to get healthy. It's time to reset all my organs. You feel me? All the excuses, that shit is over. Over. I guess we can go to a break. You want to go to a break, my brother? Nate the Great? You want to go to a break, man? Yeah. And y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back. Yeah.
Again, it's the Raw Side of Thangzz, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he'll smoke with Mary Jane, no longer Snow Kane. I don't have to say that shit, cause y'all need me thinking cause I do my stand-up shit and talk about Snow, you think I'm still doing it. No, nigga, that's the past. Anyway, check this out. I need you motherfuckers to subscribe, there's gonna be some problems by next summer. If I don't go viral, I'm gonna turn back to the old me, and you don't wanna see that. I'm be like the YNs out here, you know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga, I'm gonna come out of retirement on y'all motherfucking man. I'm just fucking around. I ain't trying to get locked up, nigga. You got me fucked up. Mm-hmm. What's happening? We back, man, and we talking about the pet peeves and one of your favorite movies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, pet peeves is a motherfucker, man. I know we got so many pet peeves. You know, pet peeves are funny when you think about it. One of my pet peeves is I hate paying bills. I mean, I'm a little better at it now, but I'm gonna tell you how it used to be, how bad it used to be, right? Now, I told you I have to be, you know, I know when I say it, people like, it's fucked up, you keep saying you were suicidal, but yeah, I was suicidal. I wanted to hurt motherfuckers all the time. You know, I was really fucked up in the head at one time. And paying bills irritated me already, right? And then you got to call and you listen to, you know, the voice, the little voicemail, the operator shit, the computer. And that shit was just irritating me so much. I want to kill motherfuckers. Like, I swear, I was thinking about killing, listen to them. And then to get on the phone with somebody from India. Hello, how you doing? Can you say that again? Can you say that? Man, oh my fucking God. I was thinking some of the worst shit. Like I keep on repeating. Can you please repeat? I really understand. I'm like, oh my, like so. Yeah, that's a pet peeve for me now. You know, sometimes when I talk to a foreigner and they can't really understand what I'm saying, I'm trying to pay the bill and I already been waiting, goddamn, about 10, 15 to 20 minutes. You know, like, and they keep on match one. If you go, you know, they always tell you go match another button and go here. You go like 5 different buttons and shit till you find the right button. It's shit. Yeah, man, that's one of my pet peeves. That you know, I used to be. I'm not as bad as I used to be. Like I said, I would throw it off back in the day. You know, the Lord knows, the Most High knows. I was completely cuckoo out of my mind. I ain't gonna lie. I was, oh man. And I know it's people that's worse than me, and that what scares me. Cause I know how I used to think, right? But I wouldn't even do the things on my mind. So, but anyway, another pet peeve I have is but I'm gonna go back. So we talking about past traumas and shit. When I used to think like that, when I had to get a job, you know, and it really irritated me to get up early in the morning to go to work. You feel me? To get up 4 o'clock in the morning to be to work at 5, or get up at 3:30, maybe the 5. That shit had me heated. That's why I hated going to school. I used to hate that shit. So to go to work, I'm like, mad as a motherfucker. I'm talking about this thing about killing motherfucker. I shouldn't say the word. Oh, I forgot. Sorry, YouTube. I gotta stop. I gotta say unalive. Oh my God. Hope I don't get. I forgot. It's certain words you can't say. See, being wrong. Okay. But anyway, I was thinking about a lot of crazy stuff, and I go to work, and I used to hate to hear people say good morning. Oh, because I didn't even want to wake up. So to hear somebody say good morning made me want to really just, you know, and then I had to say it so many times. Good morning, good morning. You know, white people be all that chipper, the little chipper shit, right? Hi, good morning, good morning. And I was like, but another good morning, you know. And I had to say good morning about 15, 20 times every morning. And that, oh man, that shit used to irritate us. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. And plus, I had learned a long time ago that morning means death. So it really was fucking with me because, like I say, it'd be the knowledge you done found out, and you know, you be just juggling. And you know, even though I was that savage, I'm telling you, a lot of stuff was still swimming in my brain. But yeah, you know, just give you a little inside scoop on, you know. I know y'all say, boy, but y'all, I'm being very transparent. It feels good. I love this shit. I'm telling you, you know, hey, y'all, man. But and one of my favorite movies, I used to smoke weed too. Even though the white boys be doing a lot of suspect and they do a lot of suspect shit in their movies. You know, I know it may sound hypocritical, but sometimes comedy with the white boys, they can get away with the shit. And I don't really too much be tripping unless they go too far. It'd be like, okay, you know, but they do go kind of far on, yeah, I know. But anyway, shit be funny. You know, you smoke weed, you just like this motherfucker. Or you see somebody black dude, you be like, hold up, bro. You a brother. You know, you got melanin. You know, that ain't funny. You feel me? It don't be funny when you see a black man. Hey, what you got a dress on with that? No, brother. So, you know, I know. But anyway, man, Kumar and Harold, I don't watch all of them, 1, 2, and 3. They say it's a 4th one. I ain't seen that. When I say a 4th one, and I was looking for it, man, that shit is hilarious. If you want to laugh, I'm just saying, really just, man, these throw the fuck off. And they can do all kind of crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? And get away with it, you know what I mean? Not saying we want to get away with it, but I'm just saying we came in, you know, kind of make a remark about, I don't like that, or I'm not with that, you know, and you get banned, you know, you get canceled if you just say, I don't like that, or that's not my flavor, you know. It's just, we got, you know, so many limitations on, you know, being melanated. You know, it's just how it is. It's part of the game. But that's one, yeah, that's one of my movies that spoke to just like Half Baked. I don't know why Dave Chappelle did not come back for a part two. I was highly upset. I was highly upset. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, I wanted a part two. I'm gonna tell you another movie I want a part two. The Wash with Dr. Dre and Snoop. I'm like, man, don't y'all understand? This shit is good. You know what I mean? I think people slept on The Watch too, but that shit is hilarious, man. They got this scene where DJ Pooh be in the house and he be on the phone telling all the information to the people that's looking for them. And that shit be funny. Boy, that's like one of the funniest parts in the movie, man. I almost died laughing, man. Like, oh my God. But that's a classic. That's a classic, man. That's one of them classics. What other movie? I'm gonna tell you a movie that people hated on, like they act like it wasn't shit. Two movies that people act like it wasn't shit. They kind of like looked at it like, I'm like, what the fuck you talking about? Remember Martin, A Thin Line Between Love and Hate? He brought Bobby Brown back, man. What you talking about, man? That man brought Bobby Brown back, and y'all was tripping. That shit was good. The only thing I had against the movie was I would have stayed with Shawty, the lady, the older lady. Yeah, well, you know, but yeah, I would have been with her. The hell with that. She took my buying him a club. She riding limousines, getting him a car, getting him, man, come on, man. Come on, man. And he made her crazy. People like, oh, she crazy, man. Hey, he should, no. He made her crazy. He dogged her out. He drug her. Yeah. That's the after effect of the situation. So, yeah, hey, I'm just like, man, I would have been with her. I was mad. I felt some type of way. I don't know if movies make you feel some type of way, but I kind of it evoked the emotions in me, you know, to the point where, I don't know, I had just got the shower. I don't know my hand ash. But yeah, I was mad about that shit. I'm like, man, fuck you want, man? Fuck that. Fuck shower. Get with her. You know what I mean? But that's a movie who, you know, people act like one shit. You know, I don't know why Martin didn't keep going, because I think that was the movie that he put out. Like, but I think, yeah, he should have just kept doing them. I was waiting. I thought that was his time, like Eddie Murphy. I thought he was about to really start bringing them out, but he cracked up, ended up walking down the street, going crazy, running or some shit. I don't know what happened to that brother, man. The medicine or some shit. I don't know what happened. But and another movie that people slept on and really overlooked, I think is a classic, Idlewild. I think it's named Idlewild by Outkast. That's a creative ass movie. The movie is well put together. It's genius. It is genius. And I think it was I don't know. People just act like that shit wasn't shit. I don't know what the fuck. Man, I don't know, man. I really don't. I still don't understand how people slept on that movie. Like, wow. That was good. It was good. I don't know, man. I guess the vibe was switching over to some new music and people went fucking with, you know what I'm saying, cast them at the time. I don't know what the hell was going on, but yeah, man, that was some classic shit, man. Yeah. But I want y'all to get prepared because we got somebody coming in. This sister, like, I got 3 psychiatrists, and this one of them. I told you, it's me, myself, and I. So I need 3 psychiatrists. And all my psychiatrists got their own trauma. You feel me? Because, you know, it's life. You know, we all are human. And she's gonna come in, man, and let you guys know some things that she's been through. You know, that hopefully, you know, can wake you up if you're going through the same thing. You know what I'm saying? She come a long way. Like, we all had traumas. I was telling her about my traumas and things I've been through. And yeah, of course, so this is one of my psychiatrists, like I say, you know, and you know. But yeah, it's Dr. Bishop Tanya Sumners. She's coming in the building, man, and we're gonna have a great discussion. And it's gonna blow your mind. It's really gonna blow your mind. So y'all get ready. And yeah, me and her was talking. We was just talking about traumas from the past, and you know, is it kind of directing your life right now? And I really don't let. I'm so past shit. I don't, you know, I'm so past everything that happened. But at the same time, you know, you got those memories because I was, you know, I'm in the process. Well, not right now, but I was in the process of writing a book about my life, autobiography. She already is in, you know, writing hers or wrote hers. I think she finished it, but yeah, she'll tell us. But yeah, I was trying to go there,
that's when I realized it's worse than what I thought. Like, it's one thing to say, but damn, I remember the shit I've been through. But when you start writing a book, nigga, oh my God. I'm talking about, it was so many tears coming out. I was like, man, I can't even see the screen. I couldn't even type. I had to stop. Like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. Like, man, you know what I mean? Because it started bringing up a lot of feelings I done got past, you know what I'm saying? And I don't want to be the old me. I don't want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? When that guy, yeah, I don't want to be that guy. That guy, if I return, man, that would be so sad, man. You know, because I can't be in the penitentiary, man. That ain't, hell no. That shit lame as hell, man. What the fuck? And I was almost there so many times, man. Just being dumb and stupid, man. Oh, the streets ain't shit, man. Ain't no love in the streets. Ain't no love in the hood. You might think it's some love in the hood, but ain't no fucking love in the hood, man. Everybody hurting and shit and plotting on one another and backstabbing. I mean, you know, of course our people feel with self-hatred. We all against, and this is something too I was thinking about. We're very selective about the crimes that we think are cool as a people. You know, that shit, oh my God. Like, think about it. We think, well, I ain't say we think, but it's pushed in our minds, and we all been on the same page where, you know, this gangster shit just so cool, right? So it's like when they come down to killing each other, gang banging, drug dealing, pimping, scamming, what else? Robbing, what else? We have selected the crimes that we think are cool, right? But then there's certain crimes we be like, oh hell no, you wrong for that. Like, think about it. Somebody talk about rape, oh no, pedophilia, no. It's certain things you be like, oh, you know. So I don't know who made the book. You know, if somebody made the book and say, okay, this not, we ain't gonna do that, but we'll do this. You feel me? And it's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. You know what I mean? And I wonder who when that shit came up, like, because I don't know, we've been through so much. You know, it started on the plantation. You gotta think about it. Okay, the plantation had the overseers that watched the slaves, and the overseer became the officer. So it's overseer, officer. You know, and the first badge just said slave catcher. Okay, we got that. And the people that was rebelling against the plantation, the master, those are the first thugs. That's why they had to get rid of Tupac, because that was going to be his narrative. Thug life, meaning the hatred you gave little infants fucking everybody. So they had to get rid of him before he switched it around and told y'all, we about to go this route now. You feel me? That's what the whole situation was about, uniting the gangs and, you know, going to the White House and the East-West death row. People didn't know, but yeah, he was on a whole nother mission. And we got to that point. Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, man, the first thugs was, you know, leaving the plantation, running away, gathering groups and groups of other enslaved people and going killing the slave masters. It just wasn't Nat Turner. It was groups and groups and groups. You know, people don't. That's part of history. They don't want you to know. It was some mobbing going on, but that was the first thugs. Then so-called let us free. A lot of people that didn't know still on the plantation. A white boy got so much game. He say, one day Jesus is gonna let you go. You know, just keep praying to Jesus, and you know, hey, let you go. Praise Jesus. I'm just saying, it's a game. It's a you know, hey, I'm just saying the history. Hey, but I got this book right now talking about this slavery, but hey, the game is real pimp shit, man. The slave, I'm telling you, white supremacy pimping. It is what it is. I know. You do the research, you be like, wow, these motherfuckers are geniuses. Like, we was on the plantation and they was having these same holidays that we celebrate now. This shit is amazing. That's pimping. You got to say it's pimping. Come on, man. It's gangster shit now. And we, yeah, there we go. We got to give it up. Dr. Bishop's Sumners in the house. You just popped in on me. Hey, I'm glad you're here, man. What's going on, man? I told them we one of my psychiatrists.
So well, we call it as we see it.
Yeah. I got 3 of them. You know, for me, myself,
training.
For me, myself, and I. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to have so much. We have to have so much training And so one of my
Yeah.
areas is getting people to understand a person
Hmm.
that did a 1 day, they're gonna be a life coach or 2 day life coach and all this kind of stuff. We have to have master's degrees. We have to have 600 hours in school. Well, 700 hours in school. Then after we graduate, we still have to go get 2 more years on the job training. Then after we get that, we still have to get classes, 35 hours of classes biannually. So,
Mm.
people have to know, we have to start
Mm.
explaining to people,
Right.
because I've seen people that were not licensed and they take advantage of people, right? Because they don't know. They don't know
Right.
about ethics. We have a real strong ethical background that we have to follow. And a lot of these people be on there dating their clients, and we're not here
Wow.
about dating them. So, I just
Wow.
throw that educational piece in there because
That's
we as black
crazy.
folks, we don't ask because we don't know. So we don't know to ask, right?
It's crazy you said that. I'm getting a little bit off the subject, but this girl was just telling me how she's a date her gynecologist. I was like, damn. So you know about that too, right? That goes on.
Well, see, any profession where there's people, there's an opportunity for it to be abused, right? And so,
Hmm.
especially when their mind is not right in the first place, because say you come to me and you have had a whole lot of issues going on, so you come to me
Hmm.
to help get you straightened out. But now I pray on you because I know that you're
Hmm.
weak, you're not in your right mind, and
Wow.
even like my rape. We had to have a year underneath the pastor. And I found out later that's when this happens because they know you spent 8 years trying to get your degree. Once you get your degree, you get to be ordained in that ministry and get a check for the rest of your life for doing what you love doing. But
Hmm.
because they have an opportunity to take advantage of you, they do. And so it's
Mm.
really hard right now. When the whole thing, like I had for 1 year, Shaheem, seriously. Every client I saw had been raped. Males, females, little kids, families, everybody I saw had been raped. So when we look at this behavior, people feel like they have a right because they're overpowering, right?
Hmm.
So for rape, usually there is there's a balance in difference, right? So like you just said, the gynecologist, that's rape. That's not a sexual relationship. You preying on somebody and there's a power
Hmm.
imbalance. So if you have more power, okay, so say I have male clients and I'm like, oh, I like him, he really cute. Now I'm going after this guy, right? That's not a relationship, that's a
Mm.
rape because you are not in your
Damn.
right. So you're
Wow.
literally being raped by this person. It's
I
like these
know.
little young girls 15 years old out here, and the men pray riding by their schools, offering to get their hair and nails done and pick them up and all that. That's still rape.
And you know what's crazy? That was normal in the '80s and the early '90s. That was, and nobody was saying nothing about it. But that
A
was,
lot
yeah,
of
in the '70s, and you all know further back, great grandpa, granddaddy, grandma, But yeah, man, I know you was telling me about times that you had been sexually abused, raped, and do you think? Because I know I had talked to this Latino woman, and she was telling me, I don't know if you know about this. She was saying in the Latino community, most of the time their fathers are their first boyfriends, and the mother they know about it. This goes on. This is very normal, and the world is just so sick. A lot of women may look at men like, I know a lot of women might look at men when they see him like, damn, like, is he gonna do something to me? Or do you think women look at men that way?
Oh
Like
yeah,
if
oh yeah. And 9 times out of 10, it's because they might be. You know what I'm saying? I was used to babysit for a Muslim couple that lived next door to us as kids, and he
Mhm.
tried to rape me, and I scratched his face up and ran out the door. I was probably like 15. I scratched his face up and ran out the door and told my dad. The dude didn't come back for a while because my dad was crazy. He just shot him in the face or whatever. But
Mhm.
when you trust in your children, you got to watch who you trust in your children too. And like for me, my rate was a pastor, a senior pastor who
Mhm.
his people still denying it, but they call him with a young person in the church early one morning. So I was the first person ever to have the nerve to say something, right? And that was extremely difficult because I knew nobody would believe me. And at first, we talk about repression and all that. So when I tried to tell one person, he was my best friend. He's like, "Oh, girl, you know you wanted him." I didn't even like the man, and he knew I didn't. So he said it jokingly, but it cut me like a knife, right? And I
Mm,
just felt, who am I gonna tell? But when the next person called me and was like, "Dr. Brown, can I come to your house? Can I come to your house and talk to you?" It was like late one Sunday night, and she started telling me all the stuff how her and her best friend was having orgies with the pastor on the floor in front of the fireplace, all kinds of stuff, right? And for me, I'm trying to say, well, that's my pastor. I still can't. So I still, because I'm so loyal, Shaheem. I'm such a loyal person. That's how people know who to abuse, right? They
mm,
find the good people and they want to abuse the good people. And
mm,
so she started triggering all kinds of stuff in me because mine was totally repressed. It was gone because I couldn't get it out. But once she started triggering me, I started having really bad nightmares. And then we talk about post-traumatic stress. Post-traumatic stress is real. It's real, boy. Because I
mm,
couldn't sleep anymore. Now the whole time it was repressed, it was okay because it wasn't in my forefront. But once she started triggering me by telling me all the stuff she had done, then it's like I start having flashbacks. And like, so if you go to court on a rape case, right, you may not remember exactly things the way they happen. You get bits and pieces, right? You get a
mm,
distorted image in your head because it was such a horrific event that your mind, for me, my mind was not able to grapple with it. I grew up in church. The preacher was like next to God. With the preacher being next to God on earth, I remember when I realized what was about to happen. Should I fight him? Should I run? Because he'd take me to a whole nother city on the guise of going to a graveside. And my thing is, should I fight the preacher? Should I run? I didn't know what to do. And growing up in church, I just shut down. I just really shut down. I watched the whole thing, and I don't know. It took me 9 years. You talk about Rumpelstiltskin, all these different things. It took me 9 years to get back to normal, to even not even whole normal. I don't know that I'll ever be normal. I'm able to accept it, deal with it, and go on and live my life. But
mm,
I've had so many people come to me that have been raped. So I feel like, my husband and I used to joke about which was better, the education or the experience, right? So the education about all the stuff I've learned was one thing, but when I actually experienced it, I think I came out in the end a more richer and deeper person because
mm,
when you come to me and tell me this happened to you, I can understand the nuances now. The post-traumatic stress. I remember I was standing in my living room one day and I remember thinking, somebody screaming. And then it dawned on me, it's me. And all my
mm.
pastors,
Wow,
I heard all this yelling and screaming, and I
wow.
right. And I remember thinking somebody screaming. And then it hit me like it's coming out of me. And so all the time my preachers and stuff were psychiatrists. I mean, my teachers were psychiatrists and psychologists. So I told one of my teachers what had happened to me.
Mm,
And I said, I just heard all this screaming. And he said, Tanya, it's post-traumatic stress disorder. He said, your trust in
man.
the world is gone now. The person that you held up the highest next to God, the pastor, that's who raped you. So your whole belief system, it rocked your whole belief system from birth, what you've had put into you about the church, about
Mm-hmm.
pastor. And then I was on, I won't say her name, but I was on her radio show, and she was talking about how, well, we were talking about it. She's a big pastor's wife here in Atlanta. And people were calling in talking about that girl's lying. She lying. Ain't no pastor raped her. Ain't nobody did this, did that. So I was just broke down for the first half of the show. Like, no, I knew nobody's going to believe me, right? But then in the end, so after the first half of the show, when we came back, people was calling saying, I don't know why you don't believe her. The pastor raped my wife. The pastor did this. The pastor, raped my daughter. The pastor was going with my, all kinds of stuff. And I was like, okay, so I was that first person prior to it happening to me. I would have been a person saying, no, a pastor wouldn't do that. But even in seminary, to be honest and not trying to blow pastors out the water at all, because I love God. Nobody can ever take God from me for any reason. But at the end of the day, in seminary, we had drunks, we had drug addicts, people just peopling. They were doing what they do. And so the thing is, I empowered myself to be in a place where I can be of service, right? But it took me 9 years of being in the bed, being in blackness, dealing with post-traumatic stress disorder, not being able to get up and fight for myself in any kind of manner. Praise God that I have the husband that I do, because he stood beside me through all of that, through all the hospital stays, through all the post-traumatic stress disorder, through all the anxiety, through all the depression. He stayed with me through my healing. And I came out on the other side, Shaheem, much richer, because now I like, it's one thing to talk about post-traumatic stress disorder. But if you've never had it, if you've never not been able to pass, like I could not go past the street the church was on. I would literally just break down in tears. I couldn't talk about it for 9 years. Even when we went to court, right? I worked at Atlanta Medical Center, and a white guy came up to me. I was sitting down having lunch, and he said, I was on the jury, right? He said, and I'm so sorry that happened to you. I had a panic attack. This is maybe a couple of years later. I had a panic attack. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't respond to him. I got up and ran out the room like I did in the courtroom. I got up and just ran out the room because it was so much. And then this guy says, nobody's ever accused me of anything like this in my life. First sentence coming out of his mouth, right? And so it's not that he hadn't been doing it for years. It's that, like he said, nobody had ever accused him. So when I finally got the nerve to stand up, then I'm sitting here feeling like nobody's going to believe me. I'm that person that, they're going to say she's the lying bishop or whatever. But at the end of the day, I came out much stronger. I don't have to tell people that because it's a preacher, they didn't do it. Right. I could say they just as apt to do it as anybody else. They're men and women. So
wow, man, you've been through a lot, man. I was just thinking about what you said. What do you say, post-traumatic? What is it?
Stress disorder. And it used to be a title, PTSD. It used to be a title given to soldiers, right? Because they go over there, they fight these battles, they see tons of dead bodies, all kinds of stuff going on with them. So when they came back, they couldn't sleep at night. My husband, he was a Vietnam vet. And my first husband, he was a Vietnam vet. And we would be in the bed sound asleep, and his body would just shake the whole bed and wake me up. He said he was a gunner on a helicopter. So they fly down on cities, especially at night, and they would flash great big huge lights and just shoot everything moving, kids, women, men. It didn't matter, whoever. And I remember him sending me a letter stating that best friend was blown out of a helicopter today. When we landed, his guts was just steaming, right? And so he had to live with those kinds of images. His best friend was a body bag man. He would be the one walking around picking up parts and putting them in the bag. So that was a name given to Vietnam, to not just Vietnam, to veterans. But then they realized, because a lot of our work is done in trauma, right? Because everybody's had some kind of trauma. I would like, that they can put their hands on. A lot of times you had trauma, but when you come to us, you don't realize that your mom selling your body at 5 years old was trauma for you. We have to put the trauma in its proper place, right? So have you ever had any trauma? And when they may say no, but as they come into therapy and we start talking to them, it's like, girl, that was very traumatizing. What are you talking about? So post-traumatic stress disorder is me laying down every night and having to relive that for 9 years. Me not being able to go past that street without breaking down. Years later, my husband and I, because I couldn't even tell you what city it happened in. I didn't know he had taken me to another city. I didn't even know the name of the city we were in, right? But what my husband and I was going past a exit on the highway. This may be 5-6 years later. We're going past the exit on the highway, and I looked up and I saw a sign that had barbecue, a great big sign that had the barbecue. And that's when it hit me. Like, I remember seeing that on the way to the city to see his son. Because the police and everybody's like, well, where did it happen? I don't know. I don't know where I was, honestly. But when I saw that sign, man, my husband had to pull over. I just broke down. And I'm like, where'd that come from? I thought I was done with this. But post-traumatic stress ain't a joke. The day I heard all that screaming I told you about, my professor said to me, I was like, I called him and I said, hey, I heard all the screaming and then I realized it was me. I don't understand what's going on. He said, Tanya, you've been traumatized. He said, and that's post-traumatic stress disorder. Where's Lester? And I said, Lester's at work. He said, call Lester and tell him to take you up to the hospital. When I got to the hospital, it was such a horrific event because one of the things I understood, my reality would never ever be the same again. It can't, because now I know preachers rape people. Before that young innocent Tanya, and I wasn't,
Mm-hmm.
I was 37, but that innocent Tanya that still associated the church with God, with
Mm-hmm.
people doing what they're supposed to do, and all that, that'll never happen. I'll never be that person again because now my
But
reality has shifted.
so, you say you was 37, right?
I was 37.
So, did you have a good childhood? Did anything happen when you was younger?
My childhood was so traumatic. I think I remember telling you, my dad, he was drunk. He would fight my mom almost every weekend. He'd be out in the street, but he'd come home.
Oh
So
yeah, you did tell me. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, on the weekend he would be on Sunday he would be on the couch all day long. But on Friday he would start drinking, gambling, doing all that other stuff, right? And then fight my mom. And I was the child, it was 8 of us, but I was the child, like I would jump in it, right? I remember one time he had her on a landing on the stairs. Like, here's some stairs, then it's a big square space, then it's some more stairs. And he was sitting on top of her, beating her in the face. And I remember jumping on his back, beating him in his head, right? He slung me back up the steps. And so when
Man, up the
so
steps.
the fight ended up at the foot of the steps. And all I remember is I came down the stairs and my mom's white bra, she had on a white bra and it was bloody. All I remember is the red blood all over the bra, right? And I remember like just screaming and screaming. And she was like, you better go in there and check on him. So I went in the kitchen. He was laid out on the floor. And I was just like, I hope you dead. I hope you dead. I hope you dead. I didn't want to see about him.
Mm-hmm.
So, he wasn't dead, of course, but that for
Mm-hmm.
me, that I will never forget the blood on the white bra. And I tell, like, I have clients that come in and they'll say, well, the kids don't know that we fight. I said, that's not true. Little ears hear everything, man. Kids, oh, they
Mm-hmm.
fight and they fight. So I don't know if I told you
Yeah.
about that, but I had done this experiment in my office where these parents, they fought a lot, and they would tell me all the time the 3 kids didn't know. So I said, here's what we're gonna do. I have a black leather sofa in the back part of my office. I put the parents on the sofa. The kids, they were in the swivel chairs up around my desk, the 3 kids. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
asking them questions and stuff. So the little boy said, my daddy beat my mama. When I get up, I'm gonna beat him up. And the girl said, my daddy knocked my mom down the stairs in front of my bedroom door. And so you traumatizing these children at an early age. Yes, they do hear you. Yes, they do respond. Yes, it does affect them. They are going to grow up with anxiety because when they hear a sound in their life now, they're going to be puzzled. Like, and that's the post-traumatic stress disorder too. Post means past, right? So the event is past. However, you're still
Mm-hmm.
living in that event. So the event
Oh,
is over. You're still living in it. And so I tell people the greatest thing that ever happened was when the court made doing stuff in front of children illegal, and you're gonna get a fine or you're gonna get arrested, right? Because you are damaging these kids before they even have a chance. They don't even have a chance to grow
mm-hmm.
up and be normal. They're gonna live with that anxiety. They're gonna have probably lifetime depression. They're gonna be on medication. They're gonna be in therapy because you messed your kids up, and there's no other way to say it. Smoking weed. Now what be killing me is like somebody rolled their window down and the whole smoke just start billowing out. But you got a brand new baby sitting on your seat.
Yeah, I know people do that. I know. Yeah, I
That's
know.
so messed up. Why are you messing up this kid? And secondhand smoke. I used to go to different schools and stuff and teach smoking cessation. Secondhand
Mm-hmm.
smoke is way worse than firsthand smoke. It's way worse. So people are
Yeah.
like, I don't know why I'm dying. I don't know how I got cancer. I never smoked. It might not have been you. It might have been your mom and your dad that gave you that, you
Mm-hmm.
know? So I try to tell people, look, whatever you don't want your kids to do, that's what you shouldn't do around them because my little nephew, my little god baby, right? Me and my best friend was just talking about this. So I took him shopping. I hadn't seen him in about a year since dad brought him to stay with us. I took him shopping, went in the store, and he was like, so it was like 70 degrees, 80 degrees outside. He came with this big pack of socks. And I had like 8 or 10 outfits in the buggy for him already. But he had this big pack of socks. I said, baby, it's summer. You don't need socks, right? I'm not going to get them. That doesn't make sense. So we're leaving out the store, and I look at his back, and I'm like, what's wrong with this boy's butt? And so he done shoved the socks in his back of his pants, right?
Mm,
And so I'm like, look, I made him take the socks to the store manager. I made him apologize. And I
mm,
told him, I said, I don't know where this behavior came from, but you, boy, do you know the one of them old mamas? I will hurt you. You'll have me losing my license and doing all kinds of stuff.
mm,
And he never
mm,
seemed mad. But I was mad. I said, this is not a behavior that you get rewarded for putting all your clothes back.
yeah.
And you better not ever steal anything else around me. I can't stop you from doing it with your dad. But then his dad stole about I'm not speaking to him now
Mm,
because he stole about, remember I don't think I told you that, about 70 or 80 pair of boots. I had a room full of just boots, beautiful, beautiful diamonds, all kinds. And
yeah.
he stole all my boots, right? And this is a kid that somebody threw in my arms at the age of 14. Me and my husband decided to keep him and raise him, which we did. Okay, got him through high school. He's kicked out of school all the time. He's fighting all the time. His mom um died when he was real young. And so the auntie wanted the money, but she didn't want to raise the three siblings. So she threw him at me. We kept him, we raised him. He was a good kid. So he got on drugs, and I guess he's on drugs and alcohol or whatever, really bad,
Mm,
because I
mm,
knew he was doing something, but I didn't know what he was doing, but I knew it was something because he was always high and smoking weed and all of that. And so I went upstairs in the room, and he had threw clothes all over the floor to make it seem like the shoes was underneath the clothes. And I was
mm,
like, where's my boots? There was so many boots in here. And then finally, when I cleaned up the room, it was all the boots were gone, like 70, 80
mm.
pair. And I'm talking about
Dang.
designer boots. I'm not talking about no any kind of boots. And so that hurt me to my heart. And
Mm,
then just doing stuff and trusting people. And I'm like, I got post max stress from just trying to take care of him and his kid, because he's robbed me a couple of times, and I keep forgiving him, and
mm.
but I'm like, no, I'm done this time. I'm done.
Man, you've been through so much, man. I'm just glad you here, man. Because a lot of people, they can't be as strong as you. You feel me? But I tell you what, you're gonna come back for part 3 or part 4. Let me come back for part 4 because you gotta let them know what happened with the virginity. So the 5 minutes or 2 minutes or
Oh
1 minute.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we'll
yeah.
talk
Okay,
about that
we'll
next
talk about
time.
that next time. That's gonna
Yeah.
be interesting too.
Yeah,
That's
man. I'm glad you came through, man. It's a lot. You can help a lot of people out here. So let them know where they can find you and come talk to you.
And that's why I'm real open. Like some of my people say, don't tell these people your business. God allowed me to go through this so I can uplift and bring other people out of it. So if nobody
Yeah.
talks about how they're gonna get healed, but I'm Bishop Dr. Tanya Sumner Brown. I own A Love Counseling Operation. Well, Operation Street Harvest is the parent family. There's 12 companies underneath Operation Street Harvest. You can hit us up at 443160226. My personal cell is 678-978-9391. Yep, I gave it to you. And our email is alovecounseling@hotmail.com. Our website is alove.org. And yeah, it's plenty more to come because I'm very
Okay.
open. And I'm
Okay.
here to try to help people grow.
Well, I'm glad, man. I'm glad you're here, man. That was great. That was great, man. I'll tell you what. Till next time, please give us a shout out to the Raw Side of Things, please.
The Raw Side. And I'm telling y'all ain't got a better brother doing this than Shaheem. I've been working with him over the years and years in 2 of his movies, but y'all ain't got a better brother because he understands his weaknesses and he's not ashamed to talk about it.
Yeah, exactly.
He know he's not 100%. He's
Yep.
always working on growing and getting himself together. The Raw Side of Things, keeping it real.
Yeah. All right.
Queen of Hearts, the counseling guru.
Hey, I appreciate you. Until next time, we will be back. Gonna take a little break right now. Y'all stay tuned. The Raw Side of Things. We out.
Again, it's the Raw Side of Thangzz, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And he'll smoke with Mary Jane, no longer Snow King. I don't have to say that shit, cause y'all need me thinking cause I do my stand-up shit and talk about Snow, you think I'm still doing it. No, nigga, that's the past. Anyway, check this out. I need you motherfuckers to subscribe. There's gonna be some problems by next summer. If I don't go viral, I'm gonna turn back to the old me. And you don't wanna see that. I'm be like the YNs out here, you know what I'm talking about? For real, nigga. I'm gonna come out of retirement on y'all motherfucking man. I'm just fucking around. I ain't trying to get locked up, nigga. You got me fucked up.
The last blast of the day. Yeah. The last blast of the day. I'm glad y'all made it to the very end. And I know that was a lot of trauma to take in, and I know it's gonna wake up some nerves inside of everybody out there who've been through some things. So man, make sure you contact Tanya or the Bishop, the Dr. Bishop, you know what I'm saying, Tanya Sumners, and she'll be back. And we're gonna end it out with Naughty the Great, to let y'all know about In the Game Network, and let y'all know what's going on with these sports. And you know, the Falcons won and they lost and all this shit, but damn.
Yeah,
Let them know what's good, brother.
bad, man. Them boys pretty bad. They probably gonna fire everybody. But Katja and myself from Just Simply Sports, we're gonna talk about the night after the Monday Night Football game between the Giants and the Patriots. Jackson Dart coming back after being out with the concussions for the last few weeks. So, but we're gonna chop all that up. We're gonna chop up Shadur's performance versus the 49ers. And we might get into a little bit of the Falcons and what they need to do to go forward, because what they doing now, this ain't it. So that'll be later on tonight, and then I'll probably replay that show Tuesday at 5:00 on the Built for This radio network, One Man Cave, In the Game Network. We on Twitch, we on IG, LinkedIn. We some everywhere. Roku. With some everywhere. So you always got an opportunity to find us and see what's going on. TikTok, Instagram, you at Raw Side of Thangzz. I'm at One Man Cave. So yeah, y'all reach out, man. Link up with us. We got some things going on.
That's what's happening. Well, hey man, we made it to the very end, just the beginning. So hey, y'all stay tuned to next time, the Raw Side of Thangzz, and we out. Yeah. Ta-da-da.
That gas, that grass, that motherfucking gas, them trees that put you.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel.